Hey guys, it's Daniel or Dan J, and today's video is on procrastination. And speaking of procrastination, I literally filmed this video about 6 months ago, maybe 5.5. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you want to see next. And now the video. So, you've been in this situation before. You've got an essay due in, maybe in 3 weeks. So you're like, it's cool, I can get it done in like a couple of days, so I'll just leave it a bit. And then maybe you have an exam coming, you're like, damn, maybe not. I want to be enjoying myself right now. I know I should revise, but nah, that's a problem for future me. So then you finally get into this exam revision. And then you remember that there's a revision account that you follow on Instagram. And you're like, wow, I've been answering some questions from there recently. And so I'm just going to go back there and test myself to see if I still remember the answers. But somehow you end up on Instagram for an hour, you're not on the study page, and you're actually on the explore page. Now you realize your mistake, then you're like, damn, my room's not actually very tidy. So you go about tidying a room for another half an hour or however long it will take you, maybe even slow down just to prolong the task. That is straight up procrastination, and we're all victims of it. I myself procrastinate a lot when I know that I can get something done within a short window of time, and I'm not even stressing in that short window of time most of the time. It's like, if somehow something goes wrong, then I've messed up, but I'm willing to take that risk. So we're just going to talk through procrastination today and some things that you can do to move past it. So number one is create a schedule. And that just means writing down a list of things that you have to get done, writing down their importance, and then writing down maybe how hard you think each thing is going to be, or when you're making the list, just have a mental note in your head like, oh, this is the hard things, these are the easier things. And then you can start with the hard things and then progress to the easier things, because by the time you get to the easier things, you might have a bit of fatigue, decision fatigue maybe, or just thinking fatigue, just fatigue of the brain. So yeah, the harder things out of the way first, and a lot of people find that they get less and less productive as the day goes on. I personally use my to-do list, and on days when I'm feeling less productive, I'll order it so that the things that will take more time, I'll put them in a certain spot, and then all the other things that I think are sort of easier, I'll put somewhere else. There's certain things that on some days can feel like they're just routine and they're not really the funnest things to do. Like some days revising, I don't want to start, so I end up starting revision later. And even that's not really a hard thing for me. It's like, it's just starting that I need to get onto. So I'll do everything else, and by the time everything else on the list is done, I'm like, I might as well finish this now, and that's fine. Number two, get rid of your distractions. If you know you're distracted by your phone, just stick it in the other room, give it to someone else. The simple stuff that you can just do to get rid of that phone. Delete that app that you're using. Some people really love those apps where you grow a plant whilst you're not using your phone. That can be a good way to stop yourself going on it as well. You could also put it on Do Not Disturb, because some people can just have their phone there, but as soon as it buzzes or as soon as it makes a notification, it's like, right, gotta check that. And then you check it one time, you're like, oh, I've opened the message now, got a reply, and you're just in another cycle and you're out of that state. A lot of studies show that something as small as a phone buzzing and then us turning our attention to that can stick us out of the frame of mind we already got into, which for most people takes an average of about 10 to 20 minutes to get into a task. Also, if you're a talker and you can't work while you talk, get rid of opportunities to talk. Don't revise with people, revise on your own and get into that study frame of mind, man. Headphones on, I don't know, move out of your room if you need to, library, bang. Get a good playlist going and you're ready to go. Number three, incentivize. So certain things can be done at certain times. Like if I have an essay due in 3 weeks, I can do it in 2 weeks, or I can do it in 2.5 weeks. But I could incentivize it. So if I do it in a certain amount of time, I can reward myself somehow. Or you could also flip it mentally. Like you think about those 2.5 weeks as so much time. So much time that you can do other stuff. What about having it on the other side? Like this thing's out of the way. Now you have those 2.5 weeks to just chill. and just relax. Like, you can literally do anything with your time, and there's also not the impending doom of this essay deadline or this exam that's coming up that you haven't revised for enough. And speaking of incentivizing, you can start with a 2-minute rule. So 2 minutes doesn't seem like a lot of time. So you start on a task, you do 2 minutes of that, and at the end of the 2 minutes, you go on your phone or something, or I don't know, give yourself a chocolate button. And then you build up that time, and you slowly start getting used to doing this thing for longer and longer amounts of time. And that just means you don't rush into it and don't potentially cause a burnout. And finally, number 4, don't procrastinate. So there's certain things where it can seem like getting them out of the way is going to be good. There's other things where maybe waiting a little bit of time can actually help you to see the situation better. Sometimes we have a task to do, and with that task, we're like, let's get it out of the way and then I can just chill. But if we wait a tiny bit of time, we can have a bit of a thought on how is best to go through the task, and then we achieve better results as opposed to just rushing in. So 1, create a schedule and do the hard stuff first. 2, get rid of distractions. 3, incentivize. And 4, don't procrastinate. So yeah, hopefully you can go forward and use those tasks. Man, I'm gonna try. I know for sure I'm definitely gonna procrastinate on something, but hopefully I can curb it for other things. So I'll start slowly and slowly stopping procrastinating. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a thumbs up. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button and share this with your pals. You know, share this with anyone who you think procrastinates too much. Passive aggressively be like, oh, I think this is a video that can help you. And I'll talk to you in the next video.